What is up, everybody? How we all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a little bit more of FernBus Sim. Now, in today's stream, we're just going to be continuing on, really, making some progress, trying to make some XP, some money. You know how it is, just the casual stuff. But I hope you're all doing well anyway. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get stuck into it, shall we? So hopefully all the volumes are okay for everybody. If they're not, then please let me know, and I will try my absolute best to put it right for you. Right. Let's have a look, shall we? Nice little route. Bit of a rainy day today. But all in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Right, I need to actually figure out where I'm going. I think...
Hello? Hier, mein Ticket.
Yes.
Vielen Dank.
Ah, you're welcome.
Hello?
Vielen
Bitte
Dank.
sehr. Danke sehr.
Tag. Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket. Ciao.
Yep, you'll go in there.
Bin ich hier richtig?
You'll
Vielen
go
Dank.
in there as well.
Salü, fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Sehr freundlich.
Absolutely.
Hi, das Ticket. Bitte cool.
Is it me or do they just seem really short?
Grüezi, mein Ticket? Danke.
Guten Tag. Das Ticket. Bitte schön. Cool.
Yeah.
Mahlzeit, ist das gültig? Dankeschön.
Servus, fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Auf geht's.
Sure.
Ciao. Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
I'll
Cool.
take two.
Salü. Fahren Sie in sehr
I have a
freundlich.
sneaky suspicion that they're
Hier mein
all
Ticket, danke sehr.
boarding.
Hallo? Hier mein Ticket.
Yeah.
Dankeschön.
Servus. Das Ticket. Bitte schön. Auf geht's.
Perfect. Right, let's close those luggage doors. I think that just closes automatically anyway. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Get comfy. Mirror, make sure no one's coming. But yeah, guys, like I say, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all enjoyed your weekend so far. Recently did the giveaway for the 100 subscribers. It wasn't too bad. It went a lot better than what I expected it to. Congratulations to Stevie once again for winning that voucher code. But yeah, today we're just going to sit back, chill out, do a little bit of bussing and see where we get. I've got a nice long route for us. Hopefully no trouble. You know, I mean, this in comparison to tourist bus. To be completely honest with you, I'm not really too sure which one I prefer. I can't see the lights either. But yeah, I'm not really too sure which one I prefer. It's definitely definitely a lot nicer in terms of visuals anyway. It's such a beautiful game in the rain as well. I think it's actually telling me maybe I didn't close it. There we go. Probably not the best place to stop, but it's all good. What are you gonna do? But I have noticed with this game, particularly, it runs a lot better when there's less traffic in the road on the road. As to why that is, I mean, we can all make our own assumptions, but you know, for the sake of it, just enjoy the busing. But welcome all that's just joined the stream. Like I say, if the volumes are they need adjusting, just let me know. If it's too quiet, I shall turn it up for you. Such a peaceful game to play. In comparison to Tourist Bus, the force feedback, I don't know what's really going on. They definitely have changed a few things here and there, but it's definitely a lot nicer to drive. How's it going, Stephen? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. Now it's going to be a stream-filled day today. We're going to be doing obviously a little bit of FernBus to start it off, and then a little bit later on, I will be continuing on with some. I would like to say American truck, but I think I'm edging more towards Euro truck, if I'm honest. But obviously, you know, let me know what you guys want to see. Ah, nice one, Stephen. Yeah, my weekend's not too bad. Finally finished the painting, done all the chores. You know how it is. You know, up at 5:30 this morning. You know, it's all good. How's it going, Glue Frog? Ah, nice one, man. Nice one. To be completely honest with you, right? This is where it comes down to the nitty-gritty stuff. I really hope that you enjoy Tourist Bus for what it is. If you can accept the fact that there are a few bugs here and there, then you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. It's a nice game, especially if you've got a wheel. Sit back, relax, do some bussing, then it does a very good job with doing that. To me, the money element, it doesn't really bother me because it's just so easy to obtain. It's just all the collectibles and all the points of interest which take a little bit of time. But I would advise you not to obviously overload the game too much at, you know, the early stages. And the first employee that it makes you hire, I would just leave that completely. Don't change it, don't alter it, as tempting as it may be. But if you've got any questions, Glue Frog, like I say, I cover that game quite a lot on this channel, not just for the PC but obviously for PlayStation as well. So yeah, like I say, I cover as much information as I can. I try and do a few workarounds, a few tutorials, that kind of stuff, to try and help people out with their games. But, you know, sometimes it's the inevitable, you know, some things just can't be helped. And the developers have said that they are going to continue to improve and work on the game anyway. As to when that happens, nobody really knows. They are on a holiday at the moment, so I would imagine that something will come out before, either by September or before September. Do you know what I mean? It's definitely that sort of gap. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Glue Frog. I appreciate that. Like I say, I just like to chill out. Just like to stream. Like to do a little bit of bussing, and you know, conversing with you guys makes it all the better, doesn't it? So, but I'm glad that you took the plunge on buying it. Like I say, I don't doubt that you won't enjoy it. You know, this is the thing. You just got to appreciate it for what it is. That's why I like FernBus. Now, it's a shame that FernBus isn't on consoles as well. This is almost like an older brother to Tourist Bus. Practically the same game, if I'm honest. There's just a few features, and obviously you're not on an island. You know, you're driving through cities and stuff, which is pretty decent. Let's pull in here a moment, because I don't actually remember the last time I fueled up my bus. Oh, it is pretty full. Well, that's okay. Yes, so Glue Frog, this is the G29 that I'm using. I have had zero problems with Tourist Bus or any other game for that matter. It's definitely a very nice wheel to use. It gets the job done. But I've had zero issues regarding using it with Tourist Bus, and that's for PC and PlayStation. So obviously on the PC side of things, you can adjust a few more settings, which is, you know, kind of strange considering that sort of feature isn't in the console versions. But if you have another game which uses a wheel, if you load that up before loading up Tourist Bus, and then load into Tourist Bus, it'll remove the force feedback completely. If that's something that obviously you don't like or don't want to have within your game. I don't think there's much space for them. They do have luggage, so I'll go around the other side. Okay.
Hallo, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
No. Oh, it's valid.
Wie komme ich hier jetzt weg?
Okay.
Servus.
First
Sie wollen
mistake of the
Ruhe?
day.
Hallo, ist das gültig?
Well, that one's
Können Sie
invalid.
das rückgängig machen?
Salü, fahren
Ich
Sie in
muss ja
meine
ganz
Richtung?
woanders
Cool.
hin.
Never mind. Well, they must be waiting.
Hi, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Ciao.
Wie bitte? Ach, ich brauche keine Hilfe, danke.
Don't really know what's going on with those two, but they must not want to jump on today. Yeah, nice one, Glue Frog. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is what it's all about, isn't it? You know,
Keine
like
Sorge, ich komme schon klar.
just finding a decent wheel which does pretty much everything that you want it to do. You know, that's what you need. I've had this wheel for just little over two. I think it's just about 2.5 years now, and it's absolutely fine. To be in this lane. Yeah, no worries, Stephen, man. But yeah, like I say, Glue Frog, it's you know, the tourist bus. I think you're gonna love it, and I think that a lot of people at the moment, there's such a negative like that shroud around the entire game for what it is. And these bugs, yes, okay, losing your progression is one thing. I completely agree with the frustrations with that. But if you just play it for what it is, on the understanding of that, and then just wait for an update to come out which fixes it, you know, it's not really that much to wait for, really. There are loads of other games which we can all be playing whilst we wait for that to be updated. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. Oh, don't even get me started on the road, Glue Frog. Now, to be fair, right, when I, because obviously I didn't, I came over from consoles, still play consoles, but at the time, all I had, you know, on offer was SnowRunner, Truck Driver, and On the Road. And for what it was, for what On the Road was anyway, it wasn't too bad. It kind of, I don't know. It's hard to say really, because yes, the game is a mess and it's still buggy. The AI have a mind of their own. Not only that, but visually it doesn't look that impressive. And I think that's just down to the engine which they're using. I tend to avoid games which use the Unity engine now, just because I think it's showing its age a little bit. It really depends on what game, what style of game it is with the Unity engine. Things like Green Hell, that's not bad with the Unity engine, but when you've got a high demanding game which requires just a little bit more leg room, games like this just don't do very well for the Unity engine, sadly. But yeah, On the Road, I mean, oof. This is the saddest part about it all, because all these games, they have so much potential, and consoles, especially with the hardware that we've got now, deserve something a little better. Now, sadly, I think that because they're making them for old gen and new gen, the new gen kind of get restricted in a way, and that's all well and good for, you know, people that own that don't own a new gen console. But when you do actually get one, you want the best of the best. You know, you want the best performance out of what you've purchased, and sadly, we just don't get it at the moment. Yeah, the Unity engine, Glue Frog. Like I said, it just really depends on what what genre of game it's being used in. See, I was pleasantly surprised when when I loaded Tourist Bus up and it said Unreal Engine. I was like, oh, okay, we might have a bit of hope here. But I think it's just the general sort of like motivation and attitude from the developers which kind of let it down a little bit. You know, the communication is a bit poor. I've always said in my videos, you know, it would be nice to have a little bit of a roadmap or just a little bit of an update every now and then, just to let us know like what they're working on. Precisely, Glue Frog. Yeah, precisely. Another thing that annoys me as well with owning a PS5 is that the PS5 games tend to be more expensive because they include the PS4 version of the game. But if you've got a PS5, you don't want the PS4 version of the game, do you? So it would be nice if they included an option, you know, which you didn't have to kind of buy both. God, damn itchy foot. Ain't that the worst? An itchy foot. Ugh. Morning, Stevie, mate. Did your code work? Did you manage to sort all that? Oof, yeah, Blue Frog, that would be really, really nice. I want to see it, and it will probably happen. It will probably happen, but we shall see later down the line. I think the next few years for gaming is going to be really, really nice. Really, really nice. Morning, Sim Racer, mate. How you doing? Nice one, Stevie. Constantine, yeah, I have played the bus, yeah. And despite what people may think of that game, it being like the best thing at the moment, I would say that FernBus is better than the bus at the moment. No worries, Stevie. No worries. Well, like I say, enjoy your day, mate. Oh yes, Sim Racer. No time like the present, mate. It's just to make up for the last couple of days, really, because I've been inundated with life, and I was supposed to stream yesterday, and it just didn't go too well. So I'm on it early today. It's going to be a sim-filled day. but I'm a little bit undecided as to what I want to play later. It's quite torn between Tourist Bus and Euro Truck. But yeah, like I say, I hope you're all doing well. What are you all up to? Oh, nice one, Sim Racer. Nice one. Are you do you have a PC, Sim Racer, or are you just console only? Because I see you post in that Facebook group quite a lot. Ah, okay. Okay. What do you guys think of that that Alaskan truck that's supposed to be coming to consoles? I really hope they don't mess that up. Yeah, so Train Sim World 2, in fact, I bought the PS4 version, then upgraded to the free PS5 version, and don't get me wrong, I think it's a visually stunning game. They've done a very good job with all of that. I like the trains. I like driving the trains and stuff like that. I'm just not very good with the other side of it. You know, like I'm not too much of a train enthusiast. And when the trains go wrong or I accidentally hit the emergency brake, there's no real sort of guide on how to reset the train. You're just kind of left there trying to figure everything out, and you mess everything up along the way. A mucking fuddle, as they call it. But yeah, I'll definitely stream it in the channel. Maybe you guys can help me out a little bit. But yeah, Alaskan truck, it doesn't seem too bad.
Hello, ist das gültig?
Ah, right, where are you going?
Danke sehr.
Hi, fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Ciao.
Mahlzeit, ist das gültig? Danke.
No, he's not here.
Hi. Fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Ciao.
Mahlzeit, mein Ticket? Danke.
Wonder what that express check-in's
Fahren
all
Sie in
about.
meine Richtung? Auf geht's. Tag, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Yeah, Farming Sim 22 can be a little bit intricate. Once you get the basics, it's easy. Yeah, Simrate, that's what really kind of worries me a little bit, though. You know, when it does come to it I mean, the expectations are really high. They are really high. Oh, goodness me.
Mein Nagel ist angerissen.
Oh, poor nail. But yeah, I think where the expectations are so high right now, they've got a lot of weight to carry. The sad reality of it is that it probably, in its early stages of its life, it's probably not going to receive the best of audiences. I think there's going to be a few issues here and there, but there's bound to be, you know. Yeah, I buy so you don't have to. Exactly. But then again, I'm not the sort of person to just buy it just for the sake of showcasing it on the channel. You know, I have to have a strong interest. I do my due diligence and actually look around the game, find out information first before buying it. I don't just buy games just the content feel. You know, I stream these games because I actually enjoy playing them. You know, and I think that goes hand in hand with what I'm trying to achieve. I've got to enjoy it, and I do. I can't remember off the top of my head Sim Racer, if I'm honest. But when they first released when they first announced Alaskan Truck, they didn't actually have that current logo which they have now. They actually changed that because there was a lot of complaints saying that it looked too much like American Truck. So they changed it. I don't know. I would like to say that the game's going to do well, but I think in reality, it's definitely gonna suffer in the early stages. I think where a lot of console players, where our expectations are so high because obviously we don't really have anything decent at the moment. That's kind of like where all the problems come from. We have such a high expectation of a game that if it doesn't quite fit the bill, everybody just jumps on the developer, and you know, I do feel for them sometimes, but they can help themselves. And you know, people like TML and Aerosoft and that, due to their lack of communication, they definitely don't help themselves, do they? Oh yeah, American Truck is fantastic. American Truck, Euro Truck, brilliant. You know, I don't really think there's really much at the moment that can match it, can rival it. Both very, very good games, and the mods which are available for them are you know, where do you start? I think last time I checked there was over 15,000 mods for it, so, you know. So Glue Frog, it's not so much releasing the game into an unstable state. The fact of the matter is that there's hardly any testing with these companies, and they don't really seem to do a very good job with console ports. And I think that's the problem. It's not the game itself. Like, Tourist Bus on PC is far better than Tourist Bus on console. And it's almost like they're sort of like, well, they are outdated versions. So the problems and everything which Tourist Bus is experiencing now on console, it was the same case for Tourist Bus on PC a few years back. So it's almost like they've ported over an older variation of the game just so it's stable and can run. And by removing some of the key elements, I think what that's done is caused a few issues internally regarding game saves and technical issues. It could have been completely avoided if they just took their time, but you know, yet again another cash grab. I get what you're saying though. You know, surely they must expect some backlash from it. But once they've got your money, they don't really care, do they? You kind of vote with your wallet at that point. You know, you buy it to be able to talk about it and share your verdict and opinion based on your experience, which a lot of people do. But because there's a few things and a few people have had some negative experiences, it doesn't mean to say that the game's bad, and it doesn't mean to say that the game doesn't have potential. But that's up to the developer, isn't it? It's not up to us. They don't tell us anything. It's sad because they could retain a lot of their players if they was just to say, hi guys, look, this is how we're getting on, this is how far we've got with the progress, blah blah blah, expect an update, etc etc. It wouldn't take 2 minutes, would it? Yeah, Sim Racer. So on console version, I got very far in my first initial save, and I managed to dabble in everything and unlock the majority of everything. But it definitely makes good money, the sightseeing stuff. But I prefer the shuttle services more. Just to pick up and drop off. I like the idea. Yeah, I know where you're coming from on that one, Glue Frog. I had the same thing. I initially played it on the console, and this was back when I wasn't streaming. And when I played it, I was a bit disappointed, if I'm honest. And then when I played the PC version, it ran a lot better, and there was a few more features in there which you know, didn't quite make sense as to why they weren't on the console. But I guess it's just trying to get the games running stable, isn't it? That's the problem. They're not using all the assets and hardware available because they're obviously making it for the old gen as well. They've got to balance it out somehow. Yeah, Sim Racer, it can be a little bit of a headache. But like I say, I just prefer the simplicity of the shuttle services. I just honestly wish there was more variety when it comes to buses. Rather than having to pay for them, they should be in the game for that price. Bit sad, really. You know, which I do agree to some extent. You know, the DLC prices for tourist bus are extortionate. I don't know who come up with the price idea for that. Or maybe somebody needed some extra funding for their wedding, you know. Morning, Alexander. Hope you're doing well. You have the A steering wheel. Yeah, the sound effects for the buses could definitely do with a retweak, and that's what I like about the PC side of things, because eventually for tourist bus someone is bound to make a sound effects fix for the buses. Yeah, the 2-month honeymoon. Yeah, that's it. No worries, Glue Frog. I hope you enjoy it, man. I appreciate what you say. I hope you enjoy the game. Like I say, any problems, anything like that, hop back in here. You know, we've got some lovely people in here that'll be more than happy to help you out. Take it easy, man. But yeah, it's nice when you know, I feel like my opinion matters. You know, I like it when people come in and say that, you know, they found my videos, my information helpful. You know, it definitely goes a long way, and it's definitely nice to hear. I like the fact that people enjoy these games. Ah, nice one, Alexander. Nice one. Yeah, getting yourself a stand or a rig will revolutionize your experience. I first started off using my Logitech on an old coffee table, and the coffee table is no longer with us due to losing its legs. So I thought it's time for an upgrade, and I just bought myself a rig. I thought, why not? No point faffing around, is there? That poor coffee table mine, Carl, didn't get put through his paces. I had the force feedback whacked up on SnowRunner, and that's what did it. That's what finished it off. Such a beautiful game though, isn't it, FernBus? Especially in the rain as well. Yeah, that's what I like about this. Before you load in, that you can actually pick what weather you want. And I keep picking the rain. I just enjoy the rain. I don't know, there's something calming about driving in the rain. Ah, well, like I say, Sim Racer, you know, I appreciate it. If it's if I can help people, then I will. You know, I've stated that from the very beginning. Do you know, I think it's actually set in Germany. Yeah, it is. Yeah. This is very similar to On the Road. You will see a lot of familiar names and places. The thing is, though, and this is what I found when I used to play when I was playing Euro Truck, is when I used to come through Germany, you would notice areas, the names, but you completely unrecognizable because there's so much more foliage and there's so much more going on visually, the textures and everything. You wouldn't think you were in the same place. Like I could park in the same area on Euro Truck and on the road, and you wouldn't be able to tell that I was in the same spot. Nice one, Sim Racer. But like I say, I appreciate you all coming in. I appreciate you all spending your morning here. And obviously, everyone that's new, you know, like and subscribe if you like this sort of content. You know, I mean, I try and cover as many simulation games as I can, whether that be on console and PC. But what would you guys like to see later? Euro Truck or Tourist Bus? Let me know in the chat. I mean, if you Sim Racer, if you're going to go down the lines of building your own, you know, it can get a little bit pricey due to the current state of the market at the moment. But you don't need something super powerful to play something like this. But obviously, if you have something that's fairly decent, then you know it's going to run a lot smoother, a lot better. But if you love your simulation games,
Wann machen wir endlich mal Pause?
if you like your simulation games, then you know PC is the way to go. There's no two ways about it. I mean, my trouble is that I love playing on the PlayStation that much. Obviously I'd never get rid of it, but you know, when I first moved over to PC, it made me think about why did I actually buy all of those games? You know, you just don't think about it when you haven't got one, and then when you do, you kind of repeat the process again. Very expensive hobby. Oh yeah, Sim Racer, definitely. I'm clueless. Well, I have some idea, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what specs are required. Probably the best thing you can do is to go on Steam and actually look at the games that you want to play, and then look at the minimum requirements to be able to play those games. It's probably your best bet. I think 8 gig of RAM is the minimum for most games. So if you can get 16 or any higher, then, you know, makes it all worthwhile. I think if I pick up my phone. Okay. So I just need somewhere to rest. But if you're going to plan on purchasing the bus, for example, make sure you get yourself a really decent PC, because the requirements for that, it says that you don't need much, but in actual fact, it's lying to you. Current state of the game at the moment, anyway, it's lying. Yeah, that's it. It is not a cheap hobby. Hmm. But I find that a lot of games these days, they're definitely lacking in things to do. Um, I don't know if anybody else feels the same way, but sometimes you just find yourself sitting there wondering what to do. Let's have a look at the map a moment. Okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of things regarding different parts and stuff of Fanatec. You know, I mean, you can get the 8 Newton meter load cells and all that sort of stuff. There's not really much difference between the 5 and the 8. But I'm fairly confident that they're actually increasing the prices of all their Fanatec gear soon. If not, they've already done it. Yeah, I thought they did something very similar to that. I mean, in the end, I'll end up buying one anyway. But the thing is that I like the round wheel for obviously trucking and stuff. I know that you can buy different wheels and things, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. The thing is like I said, when I bought my rig, I didn't have a high spec PC at that point. So I just bought it in the realms of with the games that were available at the time, and there weren't very many for the console, so I didn't bother spending too much money on the matter, if that makes sense. But now obviously I've upgraded everything. I will end up moving up in the world. Hey, I may even get myself one of those motion platforms. Nice old bus station. Yeah, I mean it's all got a shelf life, hasn't it, so to speak. You know, but they are very good wheels, the Logitechs. Oh, I've gone down the wrong. There we are. Let's go check them in. Right.
Mahlzeit. Hier, mein Ticket. Danke sehr. Mahlzeit. Bin ich hier richtig? Danke.
Hallo, hier ist mein Ticket. Danke sehr. Hallo, ist das gültig? Danke sehr.
Tag, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket. Ciao.
Salü, das Ticket, bitteschön. Auf geht's.
Servus. Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket. Sehr freundlich.
Who's left?
Moin. Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Cool.
Hallo, bitte sehr.
Well, something definitely going on there.
Dankeschön.
Oh yeah, I need to close the... Forget those. Ciao. So at the moment I'm playing on a... I've got it hooked up to a TV. Yeah, it would be too small for me for the distance away. See, that's the beautiful thing about having a gaming laptop as well, is that I can move around and play on the go as well. And yeah, it does work with a HDMI cable. Yeah, you just plug it in and that's it. But yeah, it works really well, especially if you have like a nice quality TV. Excuse me. Yeah, no worries, man. Like I say, it's a pleasure. You know, these games, they do a very good job with simulating what you want, busing especially. You know, and this goes back to the whole you know, console side of things. Like I said before, we definitely need something like this on the platform at least. There's definitely a lot more that they can do, you know, and as to why they're not engaging with the market at the moment is absolutely bizarre to me. I know these things take time and money, but yeah, most TVs nowadays are 4K and all that. I was gonna say, if you're running a PS5 or whatever, you're gonna want a decent TV. Otherwise, you don't get the full benefit of everything that you're seeing. Yeah, you might need to trade a few PS4s in if you're thinking about getting a PC. You know, if they were going off the market of like 240, 250 pound for a brand new one, you know, I'd have to sell like 7 or 8 of them brand new. Maybe 3 or 4 PS5s. Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But hey, you can't put a price on entertainment. And to be fair, there are a lot of companies. If, like, for instance, you don't have the funds to buy one outright, because let's be honest, the PCs and everything, they're ridiculously priced at the moment. But there are a lot of companies out there which offer like finance options for pre-built PCs, if that's, you know, an option for you. One of my buddies, he's just spent over 8 grand on a gaming setup, gaming PC. It's gone a bit wild, but you know, like I say, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, when I first played FernBus, I was pleasantly surprised actually. There was a few settings which I needed to change around, but when you actually look at it from a perspective of playing tourist bus first, you can definitely tell see the similarities between them, because essentially they are the same game. A lot of the same assets have been used. Yeah, there's a lot of money in it, Sim Racer. But justifiably, you know, it's not just for gaming for him, it's also part of his business, you know, he uses it for his job and all that sort of stuff, so it kind of makes sense, you know. Oh yeah, the map. In comparison, the map is quite big. This is what I'm saying. It's a really nice game to break up from Tourist Bus because it's not on an island, you know. There's a lot more going on here. But I have to say, it's getting a little bit tiring. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane, aren't I? It's getting a little bit tiring playing in these like European maps. You know, it would be really nice to be able to have a busing game that's set somewhere else. Because you play the bus, there's only one map that you can actually play. And that's Berlin, and it's very it's like I said, it's still a work in progress, so there's only a couple of routes that you can actually do on that game. Failed to mention the lack of mod support as well. It's all just repaint, you know, and liveries for buses and stuff, which is okay, but there's no sort of like game enhancements or improvements through mods. I mean, I'm sure it will come eventually, but for right now, it's still early days, isn't it? And I think, in regards to them, I think that's where all their focus is at the moment, which will probably explain why we haven't had anything for any of their other titles. They just seem to be working on that predominantly at the moment. Oh yeah, Alexander. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying the if you've got yourself the wheel, definitely buy the shifter. It will change the way that you sim completely. It's okay having the flappy paddles, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's nice to actually put something in gear yourself, you know. Like I say, there are a few busing games out there, but they've got to kind of tick a few boxes for me. Not only is it got to look good, but it's also got to play well, have wheel support, and get frequent updates, which is, I know that's a bit much to ask, but right now, you know, that I think those things should be a basic commodity when it comes to simulation games, at least. You can't deem yourself a simulation game, or at least driving simulation game, if you don't have wheel support. But that's just my opinion anyway. It's not crucial to have a wheel, but this is why we buy these simulation games, which is at least why I do anyway. You know, is to actually be able to use the wheel. Otherwise it's just a waste of money. Oh, nice one, Alexander. Yeah, it's quite a nice bus. It's quite a nice bus. Like I say, the driving on tourist bus as well, I really enjoy. I think with a few updates later down the line, I think Tourist Bus is actually going to be a really good game. I'm just trying to remain positive about it, you know, in the hopes that, you know, it does get fixed, which I'm sure it will. They have to fix it. They can't leave it like that. It would be very silly if they did. I think I know which one you're on about, Alexander, because back when I was looking for a rig slash stand myself, I actually saw a few on Amazon as well. Yeah, you'll enjoy it, man. You'll enjoy it. I'm excited for you, honestly. Being able to kind of have it all fixed, all cables done neatly, you know, all organised, and you be able to pack it away as well. I mean, what can get better than that, you know? And you'll also notice that it's a bit more stable. I think Alexander. Yeah, I think you may have to catch up with the video. I think you've got to bring it up to speed because I think you're answering things which have been which have been said a little while back. But yeah, I think I will cover a little bit of tourist bus later. Get back into the swing of it. The mirror probably doesn't work because they've used that sort of like data, the asset somewhere else. It's just basically to allow the game to run better. Well, this place looks nice. Yeah, game development companies tend to remove things like that to reduce stress on the game. God, this is a bit of a bumpy road. So this road that I'm driving on right now, it feels exactly the way that you think it would. Yeah, you can change all the mirrors, can't you? I did have a problem actually on the PS5 version with removing the mirrors. You know, you can get like the two like fake ones, so to speak, the display ones. Well, at first I wasn't actually able to remove those.
Geht's auch etwas langsamer?
Sure. But yeah, I'll come back a little bit later on with a bit of tourist bus, I think, and we'll do a few more shuttle services. See how we get on with those. Yeah, I got exactly the same problem, Sim Racer. Exactly the same problem. It worked before, and then obviously when I changed it all around, it just never came back. I did the same, yeah. Yeah, that's just down to obviously the PC. It can handle more. It can run more demanding games. So that's why those things happened, Alexander. You know, it's a shame because you should at least. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to go through that, but it's a shame because it should be an option with the hardware that we've got. It should be an option. You know, and like I say, when you play something like SnowRunner, you know perfectly well what the consoles, PS4s especially, and the Xbox Ones, what they're capable of. You know, and then you get something like On the Road or Truck Driver. It just makes you wonder. Yeah, like I say, Sim Racer, there's just a mixed bag of things, you know. I mean, you can go wrong randomly for different things at different times for different people. Yeah, you do, yeah, Alexander. What I'm saying is you should be able to have an option to increase or decrease the mirror quality and be able to choose whether you want these features on or off, rather than it just being permanently off like the center mirror there. That's the problem. There's hardly any accessibility settings or gameplay settings that you can change to improve your experience, and I think that's really where PC excels over console. The fact that you're able to actually do these things. But we shall see. I mean, over time, you know, hardware's getting better. We're getting the most out of our systems now. You know, there'll come a day where we'll have hopefully we'll have a flawless simulation game, busing, trucking, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's what we want. Oh, nice one, Alexander. Well, happy birthday for tomorrow, man. It's a shame because you kind of like have to stop here to be able to see the traffic light. But yeah, Alexander, like I say, you got any questions or anything like that? You know, don't be afraid to fire away. Like I say, SimRace is pretty good with the informative side on some, you know, controls and stuff like that. And there's a few other people in here as well that, you know, are very informative on the game and the matters in hand. So, you like I said, if you ever struggle, don't be afraid to ask. Like I say, any question or on any of the videos I do, really, just drop a comment down and I will respond. There we are. But like I said, guys, thank you so much for joining in the live stream. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hello. I think we're going to wrap it up for this stream for today. But like I say, I appreciate each and every one of you that comes in, chats. If you've got any questions, obviously leave it down in the comments section below. And I'll try and help you out as best as I possibly can. But like I say, guys, until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and I shall catch you all in the next one.